Famous tourist attraction in the beautiful city of Enugu. The hill, which is about 100 meters above sea level, offers a beautiful standpoint for a panoramic view of Enugu metropolis. At the foot of the hill is the first road that leads into the city of Enugu. Beneath the hills are tunnels, coal mines, as well as the Iva Valley. The Milliiken Hill can be found within Ngo Aziz of Enugu, North local government area. The Milliiken Hill is the most popular and one of the most visited hill in Enugu. After the discovering of coal within the Milliiken Hill, the 4.8 kilometer long Milliiken Hill Road was constructed in 1909 and named after the head of engineer who designed the road. The road has about 33 sharp bends, winds through the foot of the hill, bounded by a deep gully. Underneath the hills are relics of coal mines and its beautiful tunnels. In 2018, the Milliiken Hill Road was reconstructed and modernized with street lights and other safety measures for the first time after its first construction in 1909. Before an alternative road leading to Enugu from Ngo Aziz of the state was constructed, motorists coming in and out of the city of Enugu had no other choice than to apply the Milliiken Hill Road, which has recorded the second highest accident rate in the state after the Onyama Hill due to its winding nature. A tour on the road introduces a first-time user to the beautiful green nature of Enugu, an experience described by many as a natural roller coaster. The road further leads to the new market, which is the second largest market in Enugu. The road also leads to the famous Ngo pine forest, a forest that harbors rows of pine trees to form a natural canopy, ideal for a picnic. To show you the up-close view of the beautiful Milliiken Hill Road, hopping in the car, let's go for a ride.
This is the historic and iconic Milliiken Hill in Enugu State. Trust me. This road has been existing for many years, way before I was born. So I don't need to start telling you about the history. But this has been an access route by which people connect to Anambra State. Back in the days before we have the Federal Express. And back in the days it used to be very, very narrow. Even though it's still very narrow, but back then they didn't have these barricades now that they painted yellow and black. Back then it was very porous that people and cars were even falling over to the other side. You know, there were loads of accidents back then because the road is very tiny and it's very narrow and it's very curvy. So if you're not careful, most times drivers slide off the road and fall into that beneath the mountain. So, but now they've tried as much as they can to barricade the road in as much as people are using these routes consistently to ensure safety. So, I would like to ask you, bro, how do you feel driving around through these roads, this Milliiken Hill?
Is this. I think you have to be very, very careful driving here because of the narrow road. So you have to pay attentive to where you're driving to. The road is very, very narrow. I think it feels. So we talk about feeling. It feels like I'm outside Nigeria, something like that.
You
know, like all these what's it called? All these remote place in somewhere in Spain. or UK, something like that. So especially what beautifies this road is the mountain and the tall trees, the green tall trees surrounding it. So it makes it look very cool, different from other roads I've seen so far in Nigeria.
Yeah.
But the disadvantage of it that it's very narrow. The road is very narrow, so you got to be very, very careful
when you drive.
Yes.
Okay, one thing also very significant about this road is the road is situated on a high mountain. Like from the side, you can see the other parts of the state or the city. You can see from the side, from the left-hand side. You know, so it's on the hilly part of the city. You know, Enugu is mostly a hilly county where buildings and people are living up in the mountains and down below the mountain. So, but this road is on top of the mountain. That's why you have to be very careful if you're applying this route. They have so many entrances into Enugu, coming from Udi axis, Four Corner axis, the main express that cuts through Night Mile, and then of course this route. So it's such a beauty to behold. Back in the days when the white people were still here, they lived mostly around the side, the coal camp, you know, the coal city terrain. I remember 4 years ago I was trying to shoot a musical video. I lost a drone here. One of our drones crashed into the trees.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. The video had to automatically pause. We couldn't finish the video again because I had to start battling with the drone operator and the owner of the drone. So,
wait, it's not the owner of the drone that is piloting the drone?
Yeah, actually, I don't know what actually happened that moment, but he gave out his drone to this guy that was so eager to show himself. And you know, exuberance and all that. The guy wanted to show me that he's got skills too. Forgetting that you have to look up where you are flying the drone to.
And also, yeah, there are a lot of trees here. So
a lot of trees,
yeah.
So I think back then they used to have this drone that is very big, that had a lot of.
That's Phantom 4.
Yeah, I think it's Phantom. Yeah, it's Phantom. You're right.
White color, right?
Yeah, white color, and had a lot of blades. So I think I think one side of the blades cut the trees and he hanged, so they couldn't drive through. Before I knew what was happening, he lost control from the tree and crashed on the ground.
Oh, he crashed,
scattered the battery, like
unrepairable.
Of course, you have to get a new battery for the drone, and back then it was. What am I saying? It's more than 4 years now. It's up to 5 years now. That musical video came to a crash, and I couldn't even finish the video again because I had to start, trying to find a way that we're going to settle with the drone owners and trying to repair the ones that could be repaired. But it wasn't a very smooth experience though. So, anyways, this is the end of Coal Camp Milliiken Hill route, and now we just entered inside Enugu town.
So guys, that's the end of this video today, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And if you do, and if you want to support the